2017 was the year I finally got into tabletop gaming, after years of hearing my dad talk about his Pathfinder games. It's kind of funny, actually. I started this year off thinking, maybe I'll finally get around to playing D&D. And not even a year later, I've played 5 tabletop sessions, only one of which was actually D&D. I've met some awesome people in the community, started a kind of podcast, and my dog came back to life. So yeah, tabletop gaming is basically the best thing ever. That all said, though, I'm nowhere near done. There are so many more tabletop games I want to play. So I thought it might be fun to do a little video on what tabletop games I plan to play this year. I'll probably discover a few games later in the year, so this list will definitely be outdated in a week or so. But hey, that's the fun of life. You never know what the great GM of the sky has waiting for you just around the corner. The first game is one I'm actually already planning a campaign for, Deadlands: The Weird West. An alternate history steampunk fantasy set in the Wild West. Come on, how's that not gonna be freaking awesome? Yeah, it has an odd way of generating stats, and all the names for traits, aptitudes, edges, and hindrances being Old Western slang is slightly annoying. But the latter's just kind of a pet peeve, and the former provides the possibility of drawing a joker and giving the GM permission to really screw with the players, something I appreciate. On to something a little darker. Werewolf the Apocalypse. Yeah, I like vampire, but sometimes I'm not in the mood to be an undead leech on society scheming underhandedly in the shadows. Sometimes I just want to be a big, hairy dog lady who fights off the apocalypse with her bare paws. Her dog paws. I don't know. And while we're on the subject of Werewolf the Apocalypse, throw in a bunch of World of Darkness settings that I don't really have much to say about. Up next is Narcissist Crash Free. Set in the same universe as Continuum, but this time you get to play as the Crashers, time travelers who actually changed the timeline. So that's one thing it immediately has over its sister product. And despite the fact that it's never been officially released, I did manage to find a PDF of it after going on a dangerous, life-threatening voyage into the savage murk of 4chan. Yeah, I doubt there's any major changes to the gameplay, which was my main issue with Continuum, but a girl can dream, can't she? Now, this next choice may actually seem a little odd. You see, with all the other choices on this list, I've at least glanced at some of the rulebooks, and most of them I've read a fair bit. But Warhammer 40k, at the moment, I know absolutely nothing about. So you might ask, what's interested me to play this game without knowing a single thing about it? Well, that's actually kind of an interesting story. A few weeks ago, I went with one of my friends to a comic shop to see if we could find any cool tabletop stuff. And in the corner of the store, there was literally an entire section dedicated to Warhammer 40k. So I kind of need to know, what sort of tabletop game is big enough to have its own corner in the comic book store? And last on the list, alright, I'm just gonna come out and say it. It's Made RPG. Yes, the character sheet on Roll20 is in Comic Sans. Yes, overall this game seems badly designed, the rulebook is badly written, but come on, it's Made RPG! Even if it's just with my polycule to live out our LDR fantasies, I have to try this game out. Plus, after so many games about darkness and corruption and the true evils of the world, I might just need something light and twee. A Made RPG certainly appears to be that. Hey, did you like the video? Well, lucky you, there's a button for that. If you'd like to see more content from me, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, if you'd like to support the channel in a more direct way, consider becoming a patron. There's tons of sweet rewards on my Patreon, including access to behind-the-scenes footage and the ability to watch videos up to a day early. But of course, that isn't necessary. Liking, commenting, and sharing my videos is as good a way to support me as any. Goodbye!